phone if it shows public or private.
Yeah.
Because that's, like I selected the right thing on there, but sometimes if it doesn't work for some reason. Buster, go load up. Go load up, Buster. Go load up, buddy. Buster, to the top. Go lay down. Go lay down. Sorry, go lay down. sprocket down. That is the common wear and tear when you're using a 6-foot bar. You have a replacement?
I have a worn down replacement. Let me go and grab it.
I could always pull the bar, the mill off of my 42-inch bar and come at it from both sides.
Yeah.
It's pretty sharp and ready to cut.
Well, the sprocket.
I just need gas though. I don't have no gas for that saw. So it took us about a week to wear out this sprocket, the drive sprocket on the chainsaw. Let's see. Alright, so that's the drive sprocket, and it is halfway sheared off.
Yeah, let's run yours.
Okay. Yep. That's
660.
Yeah, we would need the clutch housing as well for this little bearing that goes in the middle.
Is that one shredded through? Oh wow. Yeah.
Still nice and warm.
Oh.
All right, well.
I thought we had the ring for this one.
No, this was the full clutch one. I showed that.
Oh, you want me to grab your saw?
Yeah, we grab that and then we'll take the mill off of it. Here's some of the other chunks of this stump. There's 4 of them all together. That's one. There's 2. That's the 3rd one, and that's the 4th one. So we just removed them in 4 quarters. And this one has got just some of the most crazy figure. Let's just put the bar on the 660. Oh yeah, All right. Well, yeah, just well, my saw is good and ready. It just takes a minute to take that off. Oh yeah. All right. There was, yeah, bring it over. 378. Yeah, I think so. 150-ish. Let's see, we should probably put these parts back. I'll get this all together real quick. Keep drinking water right there. That muddy water.
Flatbed's an old 1946 1.5 ton that was converted to a 7 to 9 ton. So it holds like 18,000 pounds on the truck bed. Back in 1946, right after the war.
Taking this is an Alaskan sawmill setup on a chainsaw. This is about the most basic form of sawmill there is out there. Okay.
I don't use the truck often. We will eventually get a winch on it so we can carry these things home.
That would be pretty cool to see a big old chunk of redwood on that.
But if you're talking about the sawmill, he uses it every couple months or so.
Yeah, I built my house with this.
What size bar is this? Can you cut 40 with this? 36?
I think, do you have that tape close?
Yeah.
Because I think I could do like a 39-inch or 36-inch, and then up to a 14-inch tall. Okay, so... Okay, 33-inch, not quite. But I have extensions that go on here and extend that out another about 18 inches. But I need my a bigger chainsaw bar for that, for the extensions. But
Another quarter of the stump. It's all covered in bird's eye burl. What do we use to handle these things? This guy right here. And with our trusty steeds. Our nice jacks. Yeah, that's a quarter. There's 2 more quarters in the back there. And then here's another quarter. This thing's 6 foot tall and about 8 foot wide. This one is about 9 foot tall and 10 foot. Yeah, we're guessing it was about 30,000 pounds for just the 1 8-foot stump. That's our 6-foot bar. We just the big saw's down for a minute. We just shredded our gears. It was really just a sprocket where the chain goes on. We run through one probably every week or so. Yeah, we use excavators and log loaders, like, you know, 40,000 pound buckets, and sometimes when we have to. Sometimes we'll just use a truck and a winch, a 12,000 pound winch, because that right there is probably like 15,000 pounds. It just
out of fuel, folks.
Dump the gas from the 880 in there.
We are running a little bit short.
We won't let you guys see this.
We'll have to grab my jug of oil out of the back of my car, though.
Yeah, this is what it looks like. Really nice burl. We don't have a kiln. We just air dry them. We will be using some though soon.
That's funny. This thing's a quarter tank. The 880's quarter tank is more than a full tank for this saw.
Wow.
This thing holds close to a half gallon, or well, at least like a quart and a half. It holds quite a bit. Let's see. Now we need some bar oil. We're not gonna do that one.
We got some of the root section on this one. It's all really nice figure. Looks like little ghost screen faces. Oh, we've been salvaging for about a year. And we've been working with Redwood for a few years. It's kind of slow right now, but guys, we appreciate y'all watching. We keep maxing out on viewers because we only have so many subscribers. If it's something you like, we're occasionally posting videos, maybe once a week or so. And we're doing a bunch of cool stuff like this, pulling them out and digging them out and milling them. And if you guys like and subscribe, do us a lot. Yeah, it does look like Starry Night. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
They all change direction. If we milled them opposite, then the eyes wouldn't be as visible. We have a good cluster right there where all the eyes are visible. Bird's eye. It's all covered in sawdust right now, hard to see.
Ready to make some more?
Yeah, let's get it. Let's some more sawdust. So originally I got into salvaging because I had some friends of mine that were burning all this redwood. They were throwing it in huge piles, digging it out, spending tens of thousands of dollars just to destroy it. So we wanted to just kind of, bring it to life and share it with people and bring the history. This specific tree was harvested in 1898, 130 years ago. And we were the first people in that private property. Wanted them all dug out and destroyed, and yeah, so that's how we got into it. Here's another quarter of it with the roots intact still.
Okay. See if it's
Yeah, we pressure wash them. Got a little pressure washer set up there. Here's another really cool curly one that we have home. Another really cool hog.
you want to grab like a little 4x4 block or something?
Yeah, you want a 4x4? Yep. Sorry, guys.
Turn out of the way. Get back. Get back.
Yeah. Yeah, this is just a quarter. It was about 15 feet wide at the base. This one's 10 feet wide, this quarter, and about 9 foot tall.
Wheels.
Yeah, 130 years ago this was harvested, 1898. It was harvested for timber, and then the old loggers in 1898 left this stump here, where it was, just to decay over time. They couldn't deal with it. It was a really big feat back then. Plus, they don't really like all this figured wood, so they left all that stuff. They went and cut it this high because it was more straight grain past the bottom. But this tree was probably You can count the years. You probably can't, but let's see. See, my finger is about 3/4 of an inch, and there's 20 years. So in this section, there's probably 200 years of growth. It's probably about 1,000-year-old tree. These things will rot depending on if they're exposed without trees growing around them. If they're like in an open field, then it takes about 100 years or so to start decomposing pretty bad. We did find some rot. You asked what we did to move these things. Should we block it? Cause did you put something under it?
No.
Cause if it sets down, we're at a good point. We can almost tip it.
Yeah, it's gonna have to tip this way.
Yeah.
Right here.
Yeah, which is fine. We should bunk the top of it so that it's more ground level. No, we can just do it. We can jack it up once it's on the ground. This is beautiful, all solid wood. Pretty much, but no, not blood related.
It's funny, somebody else asked that.
Not lucky enough to claim that as a brother.
Brother from a different mother and father. But brother nonetheless.
Yeah, I'll show you the grain for all you guys that are new here. It's nice redwood old growth burl. It's old growth redwood, California redwood, coastal.
These stumps were cut 130 years ago.
Yeah, 130 years ago this stump was cut down.
So they were just obviously wanted the tree for the lumber, and the stump was no different than a stump this big that they leave in the ground nowadays. So back then they just cut them down, took the tree, left the stumps. So now we're still getting the chunks that they saw no value in, but we're still salvaging and yeah, so it's definitely pretty neat to do what we do here. I think we need a little block right here.
Yeah, I don't know if can you like reach out private message or something? You can reach out if you guys want a redwood slab.
You could also...
We also do like 2x8 material. I'll show you some of these. It's kind of out in the sun right now. We've been neglecting some of this stuff, but actually, we did find some relics. Some really nice curly and quilted. That's what, when you get that stuff, that's from this. All these compression curls. The tree over 1,000 years is just swaying back and forth, and the bottom's just making more rings and compressing, and then they'll make these lines express through the grain. You cut it one way, quarter sawn like this way, it'll bring those straight curls, and then if you cut it like this, that's called plain sawn, then it'll do all the crazy quilted curls. Yeah, the redwood. It's really unreal. Here's some more little blocks. This one's a little sun faded, but it's like a big slab we got.
Really, really cool piece.
Yeah, and it's all smooth,
Yeah, this is smooth.
but changes color when you go around it. It expands.
And this really neat little spot.
We have quilted
It all
patch.
kind of comes to this little bark. That's a piece of bark inclusion from when the tree was growing. It's really, really neat.
We got the three biggest chainsaws they make.
Yeah, we have the MS 880, which is the still. This thing is a
This is the biggest saw they make.
122 cc or cubic inch motor. And then my saw back home is the biggest Husqvarna that they make, is a 3120, and that one it's basically the same size as that, the MS 880. And then we got quite a range between of medium-sized saws down to small. But I think we're ready to give this a little tip.
Should we keep bunking it and use some leverage?
Let's just get another little block. I just need to put one on that side.
Yeah, we have like a Temu version of an 090. I think the 880 is stronger than, well, it's the strongest saw on the market. But I think those older saws, those things are really trusty. We also have a 661, MS 661. That's what we originally used, our 6-foot bar. But that's only 93 horsepower or cc versus the 880's 123 or so.
That's the right spot.
Lightning struck wood. You know, we come across that sometimes, but yeah, nothing here. And sometimes on video, thank you guys. Yeah, liking and subscribing does numbers for us. Right now we're maxed out on our viewers. We max out somewhere between 200 and 300 viewers right now because we don't have enough subscribers. But it really is awesome. Like, we've never seen anybody do this. Nice. There we go.
It's up on bunks, so that's
Nice.
It's a little bit, we might have to lift one side up or the other. Oh, you got any of that water I could dump on this?
Oh yeah, I just cracked open a fresh gallon.
Nice.
Yeah, go grab the
hose is right
yeah.
there.
This is great. He did such a good cut. He looks completely flat and straight. We're in Southern Oregon. Now you guys are in for a treat. I can't spoil it yet. All right, I gotta look at it myself.
It's raining.
We appreciate you log jamming. We really appreciate this work as well. It's awesome. We're stoked to be able to share this with people.
Look at that face. That's definitely, yeah, that's amazing looking.
Yeah, that's what I did. I sold everything and moved west. I'll tell you that there's the reason why there's a gold rush and everybody moved to Oregon. That's where we live at, in Oregon. It's gorgeous. We don't really want the world knowing about how cool it is, though.
Oops, sorry.
Yeah, that's California Redwood.
Do some gold mining.
No, we're not really loggers. We'll go and restore areas. Like we'll, you know, thin out brush and clean out.
Land preservation, basically, and fire mitigation, which is more cleaning up the land. We don't do so much logging, but we will go through and kind of thin and just brush cut and just clean up the forests in different where people hire us and whatnot. But yeah, not so much logging. It's a little bit more commercial, and yeah, we're more
Kind of hippies.
one way of putting it. Yeah. That's funny.
Yeah, they can get really big. A board foot is how like wood is measured. It's a 1 foot long 2x6 is a board foot. And some redwoods have been known to have 1 million board foot. Like 30 foot wide, 300 foot tall, just solid wood. This stuff was all logged out. Probably 99.9% was all used. They kind of stopped harvesting it in the late 70s to preserve the old growth forests, and we're not on old growth forests, we're in private properties where these guys are trying to build on their land and restore it into something usable, and then they have these massive stumps that they just burn. Yeah, this one was 15 feet wide at the base. We have 4 quarters. There's 2 more quarters, and this is another quarter. Yeah, it's really nice. That's really awesome, Gambler. You have you used Redwood before? Yeah, they still do live in those stumps. I've went to some houses where their wood shop is the stump. We're gonna try to bring one stump home that's all hollow, and we're gonna turn it into an outdoor shower. We might even have like a sauna, kind of turn this place into a nice like redwood history area. Yeah, that's kind of what we're thinking. We pretty much track all the history on these too, so not because we have to, but it's just awesome to know where these things came from. Yeah, you see how old these things are. This is about the age of 1. This is about a quarter, so you see this, how many grains are in there.
Oh, we should
Thanks, gambler.
come check this out real quick.
Let's say it's always a gamble.
Throw that one down.
Yeah, we don't really do it as a job. So we just go out and remove these things for free for people. And then we'll get to salvage them. Yeah, so beautiful. Yeah, it's crazy trying to imagine getting that out. Believe me, we've came a long way in this year that we've been salvaging. It all started with just wedges and that pry bar. And then I got some friends with a trailer, a tilt deck trailer and a winch. And we started pulling like, 3,000 to 4,000 pound chunks. And now we're moving to stuff like this. It's like close to 15,000 pounds. Yeah, it's a good trade for sure. I actually work with some companies that have burned them themselves, and they've got paid $4,000 for a stump just to remove it and throw it in a pile. So we're kind of doing them a service, and then trying to make some kind of living, or at least enjoy doing what we're doing. And building with it, and we're actually doing the interior of our houses with Redwood, and just enjoying it. He's kind of an arborist. Yeah, here's some more scraps from some milling we did. Nothing as fancy as that. We go live maybe once a week or so. We're pretty new to this. That's awesome. You climb trees? Modern monkey? I'm guessing so.
You gonna have me climb that tree, or you?
Yeah,
gonna
go ahead
climb
and
that tree.
No, go ahead and climb that.
Yeah.
This is Josh.
Yep. Let's see. I'll flip the. All right. Yeah.
I'm Brandon.
This Brandon. He's been the narrator voice that you've heard this whole time.
Guilty.
But yeah, I started the channel a few years back, but didn't really have a steady, consistent thing that we were doing. So now that we do this, it's kind of a little bit more. I've been posting more often, and but yeah, it's definitely really, really cool. But definitely something that people don't really get to see a whole lot of, because a lot of people have never even really seen a stump this big. So when we're out working with it every day, it's really, really cool to share the experiences and just take everybody along with us. And but yeah, it's definitely really cool. How often do I go online? I try to at least once a week. Some days it's like every couple days, depending on if we're out working with this stuff and whatnot. So we have the sawmill over here, this Brandon sawmill, so he'll have me come over and help him mill up these chunks. So we'll try to get some of that on lives. If you guys want to see more of that, it's a pretty cool little sawmill, that Lucas portable sawmill. But yeah, that's kind of the stuff that I've been kind of focusing on lately, and it's definitely a pretty cool thing. So yeah, so the dots are bird's eye, and then the highlighted colors, that's what they call fiddleback. And then when the grains are running through it in certain ways, they call it lace burl. Yeah, we need to get a slabbing attachment for the Lucas mill. Right now we have we just have the swing blade, and we're limited to a 8x8 and anything smaller. But yeah, this thing's really cool. Hey, thanks everybody for just joining. How's everybody doing? Yeah, logjam, pin blanks. There's definitely a lifetime supply of pin blanks out here. We've been trying to kind of start setting the cooler pieces aside lately, and yeah, specifically for the cool crafts, and also knife scales is really, yeah, really whatever people want. But we've definitely started saving a lot more of the littler pieces. But yeah, this would be a lifetime supply right there. But well, Brandon, what are we gonna do now?
We can maybe set the mill up over this other log.
We might
don't
mill.
have much time, but
yeah, the light's gonna fade pretty soon. The sun just went down. But this, if we do, this is that curly log. I'm sure Brandon showed you. But we might get into that.
yeah, or maybe you'll have to catch us tomorrow milling it.
Oh yeah.
No, I'm kind of booked out to like Thursday. Yeah, we stack and sticker most of our bulk wood, all our slabs and dimensional lumber. The stuff you saw unstickered was just kind of like end cutoffs and pieces that are checking,
and we probably do need to get a little better about some of it. We're definitely with starting, like we're definitely learning. but yeah, we're gonna eventually build some shops and storage facilities to actually stack and sticker and have them under a roof, so it's actually, they could start air drying, and then whatever people want to use soon, we could have kiln dried. How many stumps have we done so far? I would say about 10. Yeah, we the first property we worked on, we did 1.5 stumps basically, but we'll be back. A really neat person. But we've worked, one property had 4 stumps, and then another one had just 1, and then yeah, we're about at 10. But yeah, definitely a wide variety of from straight grain to curly and burly, and it's definitely pretty wide range. Let's see. Yeah, we do. I think Brandon has a friend that turns stuff into bowls, and we have some cool 6-inch cutoffs and cookies that are really perfect for that. Yeah, definitely saving as much as we can. But yeah, this is kind of one of our little scrap piles that we'll be picking through still. So there's some people are like, that's not scraps. But yeah, there's a lot of it are just these end cutoffs, but there's still, this is more straight grain, but it's still got the curly a little bit. But there is some really cool stuff in the scrap piles, especially these tighter spots for pens and smaller stuff. He couldn't help himself. He had to get another sneak peek. It's a little bit harder to see with the chainsaw lines, but it's all over in it. But really cool piece, really neat. I don't think I could climb up on this the same as before. Yeah. But yeah, look at that. That's pretty cool to see. Just a yard full of redwood stumps, chunks of redwood stumps. Well, folks, I think we're probably going to call it. Thank you so much for joining. This was a great day. We had quite a few people join us today, so appreciate everybody that's here and that did join. If you guys like this content, sharing is definitely helps the most, but likes are awesome and all of it. So appreciate y'all. Have a wonderful day.
See you later, log jamming.
Gotcha.